1 hour north of Toronto. Welcome to Bowlerama Bayfield, a state-of-the-art bowling center in Barrie, home for the next 3 weeks for Women's 5-Pin Championship Bowling on CBC. Men or women, 5-pin does not discriminate. It still takes skill with a touch of finesse and nerves of steel in this demanding television format. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Armitage along with Bill Douglas. Well, last year the women finally landed their own 5-pin series on CBC television, and Bill, they did not disappoint. Yvonne Walker had a high of 360 and they averaged 261.
Well, this is a great venue to showcase the finest women bowlers in Canada, and they didn't disappoint, you're right. And I don't expect this field to be any different. Extremely talented, lots of experience, both television and nationals. There's 27 gold medals in the mix between these ladies. 5 perfect games, a pair of 448s, and 7 of the ladies averaged over 250 last season in regular league play.
And who do we see in our first matchup today?
Tammie Herman of Maple Ridge is the #1 seed. She averaged over 307 to qualify. A 7-time member of Team BC with C5 and Masters experience. Edmonton's Tracy Smith has pins game, C5 and Masters experience in a 32-year career. 4 national golds and a 448 round out her resume.
And in the second matchup,
Shelley Bear of Saskatchewan has competed at both C5 and YBC Nationals. The only left-hander in the field, the #4 seed, was a national all-star in Sudbury. Nova Scotia's Teresa Atkinson is making her second appearance here in Barrie. She has a YBC national medal in her 12-year history.
From a total purse of $20,000, the winner of our women's 5-pin series will take home $10,000. The runner-up leaves with $5,000 in a 3-game total pinfall final. It's an all-Western showdown to begin our women's series on CBC. Tracy Smith from Edmonton, Alberta, the #8 seed, against Tammie Herman of Maple Ridge.
Tammie Herman to lead this off, 27 years worth of experience, C5 and Masters Nationals. Great history in the game. And off to a great start. 3-step back up, crosses over the head pin, right-hand pocket.
Seems like a great way to begin.
And it seems like the slow ball may work better here in Barrie. We saw the ladies actually outscore the men last year. See if that holds true this year. Another one, crossover, right-hand pocket. Both ladies, very smooth delivery. Both backups.
Tracy, an account executive with Nike Canada when she's not bowling. Quarterfinalist in the TSN Pins game last year, so she has some TV experience. Trying to double with her first ball in the second frame.
Oops.
Lane 9 again. We've seen in the men's division, we had some trouble with that approach. The players just couldn't get used to it. Tracy's very long slide to the foul line, and it looked like she stuck a little bit on that one. As soon as you get that, it can throw off your release position and where the bowling ball goes.
Strike in the first, but head pin difficulty in the second. Takes out 3 and 2 on the right side, but she leaves that corner pin on the left side, so she's open in the second frame and sits down with a total of 36. Now Tammie Herman trying to double with her first ball in the second frame.
Little different lineup on the approach for Tammie. She stands to the right, throws the ball third arrow from the right-hand side with a little bit of a backup. She'll play either pocket and get pretty decent action. She's familiar with synthetics. The approaches didn't seem to bother her, nor the ball reaction she was getting. This one on the inside of the head pin. Well done, Spare.
strike and a spare to begin with for Tammie Herman as she moves back over to lane number 9, the left-hand lane, the lane that seems to give both our 5 and 10 pin bowlers a little bit of difficulty.
Third arrow, a little break. That's the extra count back on that spare. That one, she got it into the left-hand pocket and the ball was backing up into it. A little bit thick, but good rotation. Straight up the boards at that 3-pin.
Nothing but marks so far for Tammie. A couple of spares and a strike. Now Tracy Smith. She was open in the second frame after striking in the first. First ball in the third frame.
Tracy lines up on the left-hand side of the approach and she drifts a little bit right. She'll pick center arrow. Great shot there. Left-hand pocket. Again, the ball's driving into the pocket. And that's where they'll get their best action and reaction. A little bit of move at the back end. Not much doubt.
Has a career high of 448. Did that in the final game of the 2003 National Open. Good place to have a career high. She'd like a double right here.
Oh, she missed that to the right. It was just a board or two right of the center arrow and the ball stayed right. Needs this on the inside of the head pin on the left side. No, center arrow, little move with the bowling ball.
Open in the second, strikes in the first and third, and a spare in the fourth. That's the scoring summary for Tracy Smith. This is Tammie Herman working on a spare. First ball in the fourth frame.
A little force on that one by the looks of things. Got it in the right-hand pocket thin, and again with the backup, the ball's going away from the right-hand pocket. Let's see what happens here. She just chops the 3-pin behind the corner pin and the bowling ball followed it.
Needs this to keep solid with the marks. And she won't get it. She knew it.
That ball she threw was in between third and fourth arrow or third and center arrow, and she really, from what I've seen in practice, she's looking at third arrow to make that corner pin spare. Better shot right on the arrow.
Cleans up, but it's an open frame for Tammie Herman. Open in the fourth, spares in the second and third, and a strike in the first. Now she moves over to lane number 9, the left lane here at Bolorama Bayfield.
Oh, third arrow just on the right side of it, and she caught enough of the head pin to carry this strike. Smooth approach, very long slide. That time the 3-pin took out that right corner pin.
Tracy Smith working on a spare with her first ball in the fifth frame.
Ooh, good looking shot. She won't believe that reaction. Left hand pocket, exactly where she wants to throw the ball, and she gets ripped on a left corner pin.
High league average last season of 257. Right now she has a potential of 319 in this match.
Look out. Back up, broke away from that corner pin. Head pin in an open frame already for Tracy in 5 frames, and every time you have an open, you need a double to get the score back. That's the one she wanted.
Open in the second and fifth frames. Spare in the fourth, and strikes in the first and third for Tracy Smith. Right now, advantage Herman. Tammie Herman against Tracy Smith. This is our opening match of our Women's 5-Pin Championship Series on CBC television. And this is Tracy Smith. First ball in the 6th frame.
Nice smooth push away. Really long slide. Yeah, oh, Tracy's right. Missed that one really wide right. She's going to pick it up. She's been trying to shoot center arrow, and that one was in between third and center arrow and way right. Overcorrection, pushed it left that time.
All our bowlers are wearing microphones, and at times they will do their own analysis. At times.
And they'll beat themselves up pretty good when they've made a bad shot.
A second open frame for Tracy Smith in a row. Open in the 5th and 6th. She was open in the 2nd. Sits down at 124. Tammie Herman now trying to double with her first ball in the 6th frame.
Oh yeah, third arrow back up into the left-hand pocket. Third strike of the match. And first double. Good reaction. Bowling ball that time skipped over and took out the left corner pin.
A 3-time team gold medalist at the Masters Championships. And you can see why.
She's got a lot of room. The angle she's playing, she can miss her mark by a couple of boards, and she's got the advantage. She can be in either pocket and seem to carry very well.
4th strike of the match, 3 in a row for Tammie Herman. Now Tracy Smith needing strikes.
Better. Not a girl. Good shot. She gets that big long follow through and great extension. Center arrow back up into the pocket. She's got to get the ball out on the lane. Get that good reaction.
She needs the double. First ball in the 8th frame.
A little thick. Got a good break there, leaving a right corner pin. First right corner in the match for Tracy. Missed a left corner in the 5th frame. Covers it up, good spare. The open frames may be her undoing though, Steve.
Second spare for Tracy Smith as she sits down with 154, and when she gets up, she'll be working on that spare from the 8th. But this is Tammie Herman. She's going for 4 strikes in a row with her first ball in the 8th frame.
Look out. That one right on third arrow, thick on the middle, but the good rotation on the ball breaks up a possible split. Right corner, her second of the match. She missed one in the 4th frame. And on this same lane, lane 10. A little stumble at the foul line there, pushed the ball right. Gives Tracy a little bit of a reprieve here.
And she was unable to clean up, unable to finish. A second open frame for Tammie Herman. She was open in the 4th and now open again in the 8th. So Tammie Herman opening the door just a bit for Tracy Smith. This is Tammie Herman going to work with her first ball in the 9th frame.
Little bit of a skip. Bowling ball took out the right corner pin. Don't think she liked the way she threw it, but she'll certainly take the reaction she got. Just about misses the head pin.
And that was strike number 5 for Tammie Herman as Tracy Smith working on a spare first ball in the 9th, and that's the strike she needed.
And a great shot again. Good extension and follow through. She gets this ball out over the lane. Great reaction back into that left-hand pocket.
She more or less has to be perfect to finish and hope that Tammie Herman stumbles a bit more. Tracy Smith has got to keep it going, looking for the double with her first ball in the 10th frame.
Cross. Out right on the nose. Drove it straight back.
She has a potential of 244. Head pin is not what she wanted to see in the 10th frame.
And neither's that. A little bit academic now. She really needed to get at least a double in the 10th frame here. She would have forced Tammie Herman into marking in the 10th.
And she leaves a couple, which is not what she wanted to do. She sits down with a total of 217. She cannot win this match. It'll be Tammie Herman who moves on to the next round in our women's 5-pin series. She's already sitting at 229, working on a double with her first ball in the 10th.
She's getting great reactions, Steve. Anytime she's been the least little bit thick because of the rotation on the ball, she's broken up possible splits and at least given herself something sparable. Left corner spare. First corner pin spare of the match for Tammie.
She'd like to finish strong because she knows that she is moving on.
And it's all about getting lined up for the next match.
Big momentum, and it swings to Tammie Herman as she defeats Tracy Smith in our opening match of our women's 5-pin series by a count of 289 to 217. Open frames in the 5th and 6th, the undoing for Tracy Smith. It's Herman over Smith, 289, 217.